Hey up, how do? Right then, welcome. So, it seems as though people don't agree with, some people don't agree with me. I've lost a few subs because of my support of Trump. Listen, we're not going to agree 100% on everything. And I like it that way. It gives me a bit of a debate. People always ask why don't I call my trolls out? Because I try not to give them any time. There's a couple I could call out and give a wave, but water off a duck's back, and they really don't bother me at all. Before I get into this one, and if you care to support the channel, there is a link in the description below. The other way to support the channel is to like, comment, share and subscribe. Try and beat the YouTube algorithm. Main reason being is because I am being shadow banned, and yes, I am. So yeah, right then. Now, people are stating that Biden won the election. There is no definitive answer yet. Now, I remember in the year 2000, I think it was Al Gore, George Bush, there were 37 days when Gore was named the President-elect of the United States, for it only then to be overturned and given to George W. Bush. So hold your horses. Wait out. Trump will do this. If not, I will say this. Just fully accept it. Just take it on the chin. Take it on the chin, man. Can't win them all, and we've been winning a lot lately. Brexit, European parliamentary elections. I would say the general election in this country, but Johnson is turning out to be a little bit of a disappointment in certain ways. I just hope he holds his nerve. Now, the election of Joe Biden will leave us in a bit of a bind because Biden doesn't seem to like Britain in the slightest. Now, this is coming from the Bias Broadcasting Corporation, the BBC. I'm only reading this because I saw it pop up and I thought, really? Now, world leaders coming out congratulating Biden, the BBC, mainstream media are all congratulating him even though he hasn't won officially. So, we'll leave that at that. So, the election of Joe Biden leaves Boris Johnson. Now he hasn't been elected, it isn't there yet. Stop. The media does not elect the President of the United States, the people do, and currently there is a lot of things happening that will most likely keep Trump in power. So, I will change this. The former Vice President, Joe Biden, and never President, leaves Boris Johnson facing a substantial diplomatic repair job. The two men have never met, so why does he need to repair anything with Biden if he has never met him? There is no reason for Biden not to like Johnson, apart from the fact that the left cannot stand Brexit, cannot stand Boris Johnson, cannot stand this country. They also cannot stand the US. They are looking at the destruction of the West, and if Biden does actually get in, I believe the destruction of the West will be done. So, last December, the President-elect, the former Vice President, described the Prime Minister as a physical and emotional clone of Donald Trump. We wish, oh sweet lordy loo, do we wish he was a clone of Trump, because he may have the balls to just turn around to the EU and say, no deal it is. He may have the balls to stand up for the British people like Trump does with the American people. He has fought for the American people since he became president. He has done everything he can for the American people, and it is shown by his track record. And due to the fact they'd never give Trump a Nobel Peace Prize, even though he is making historical peace deals around the world. There are people around Mr. Biden who remember bitterly how Mr. Johnson once suggested President Obama harboured anti-British sentiment because of his part Kenyan ancestry. It's nothing to do with him being part Kenyan as to why he doesn't like the British. Obama just didn't like the British and doesn't like the British because Obama is a floppy phallus. I am trying not to swear. Mr. Biden and his team think Brexit is a historic mistake. It is not your place to tell us what is and what isn't a mistake. Okay? These are my opinions. The difference is I'm not in power. Biden's in power. These people are in power. You are a different country. Yes, I stick my oar in. But if any British politicians over here would decide to stick their oar into American politics, I will not listen to a word they say and tell them to shut up and sit down. It's not their place. I think it's perfectly fine if they like Trump, say they like Trump, that's great. They say they like Biden, that's great. But American policy and British policy is nothing to do with each other. It shouldn't be. Trade is the only place we should be dealing with each other and being allies, like I understand. Mr. Biden's team obviously think Brexit is a historic mistake. So, if I was writing this, I'd have put President Biden, if President-elect Biden, if I believed it, but they don't believe that Biden won, and they know that that is going to stop. So, anyway, they would not want Britain to leave the EU without a trade deal, particularly if it involved breaking commitments in the Northern Ireland Protocol. It doesn't. I've gone over that in a video. It is in somewhere on my contact list. I did a video on this. It doesn't breach the Northern Ireland Protocol, the Good Friday Agreement, whatever. It does not do that, and it has been proven, debunked, that would happen. Last month, Mr. Biden warned publicly in a tweet that a future UK-US trade deal was contingent on the UK not unravelling the Good Friday Agreement that brought peace in Northern Ireland. The man probably has no idea what the Good Friday Agreement is. He forgets his name most likely half the time. If I remember rightly, he stated he was running against Joe Biden. He was also running for the Senate. Love a bit of Horlicks. There is an expectation among many observers that when former Vice President Biden seeks to repair transatlantic relationships, he may focus more of his attention on Paris and Berlin than London. Typical. Biden's a globalist. And when Biden does return his attention to the UK, he may put pressure on Mr. Johnson to repair its relations with the EU just when the Prime Minister wants to focus his global Britain foreign policy elsewhere, particularly in the Indo-Pacific. We do not hate Europe. We do not like the European Union, the bureaucracy. That is what we do not like. It isn't Europe we do not like. It is the European Union. Get it right. These people are just ridiculous. So the government has a lot of work to do in improving its relations with the incoming administration. They're not the incoming administration. Johnson needs to sort of back up a little bit anyway. I understand Johnson's tweet came out. He's just being diplomatic, typical politician, playing both sides of the fence. Has not been made easier by a reluctance of Conservatives in recent years to meet Democrats when visiting Washington. Well, he should really do that. I don't know. We just couldn't persuade ministers ever to go and see Democrats on the Hill, one diplomatic source says. Yes, because to be honest with you, I think they should have met him, but the Democrats in America are going absolutely insane. AOC and the squad are just absolutely nuts, calling for doxing, getting rid of. There is a list of people who voted, gave money to the Trump campaign that they want to basically exterminate, as it seems. And Nancy Pelosi, I mean, she is a nightmare, and even the Democrats are now wanting her gone, wanting her out. I will be surprised if she is alive in the next 4 years. I don't wish anything on her at all. I just wish she would just step back. But these are my opinions. Obviously, you may call me a hypocrite, but I'm not in power. I have no say in these matters. But from what I am seeing, these are my opinions. That is all this is. Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab did meet the influential Democratic Senator Chris Coons in September. The Prime Minister's Foreign Affairs Advisor John Bew has also been cultivating links with those close to Biden, but they are both playing catch up. God, I really do hate politics. I don't know why I cover this stuff, because I really don't like it. That said, sometimes too much can be made of past comments and personal animus. Mr. Biden is considered a pragmatist, and under him the United States may well prove a more stable and predictable ally to the UK than it was. That is the most biased thing I've read from the BBC, one of the most biased things. How dare the BBC state that, listen, it isn't Trump supporters, it isn't Republicans that have been destroying that country. It is the left, it is Antifa, BLM. They have been burning and hurting and killing people. They've been ruining businesses. It isn't Trump doing that. And as for the coronavirus, 200,000 people died. Yes, they were going to die anyway. It's just a new virus. What would you want him to do? No one's given me a definitive answer. What would you want Trump to do? He closed off China in January, and you all called him racist and xenophobic for it. What else would you have had him do? Seriously, man, what would you have had him do? Mr. Trump's America's First policy will be replaced by one that recognises America's place in a multilateral international system from which the UK benefits. Listen, man, America First policy is not a bad thing. American people should be first in the eyes of America, same as Britain. British people should be in the eyes first, right? Trump brought manufacturing back to America. He brought many things back to America that had been sold off, basically, by previous administrations. So, as long as trade deals and allyship continues, why shouldn't America work for Americans, such as Britain worked for the British? A Biden presidency will renew US support for NATO, the World Health Organization, the World Trade Organization, all of which are priorities for the UK. My good God. Obviously, the Great Reset, he most likely wants to go on with NATO, and the World Health Organization in China's pocket lied constantly. There are issues when Mr. Biden's views align significantly with the UK's, being tough on Russia, reviving the Iran nuclear deal, combating human rights abuses in China and elsewhere, agreeing new carbon emission reduction targets. Joe Biden will do nothing where China is concerned. I'm telling you straight up right now. This last issue is perhaps the most important. The UK will want to use its chairmanship next year at the United Nations COP26 Climate Change Summit to forge a bond with Biden and the administration, hoping to act as a broker between the US and other countries, especially China, in agreeing a deal. The UK will still, of course, come under pressure to support America's confrontation with China, which is held as strongly by Democrats as Republicans. No, it isn't. It is not in the slightest. It is not in the slightest. If it was, they would have backed Trump all the way where China is concerned, but they haven't. They haven't backed him in the slightest. British policymakers hope under Biden, US will share a close position with the UK. Sorry, man. Right, I'm not going to carry on reading this because it's just more waffle. The reason Remainers want Biden to win is because they know full well he will try and screw with Brexit as much as he can. They also want Biden to win because he seems to enjoy sniffing children. He seems to enjoy sexually assaulting and abusing women, which a lot of the left seem to be doing. Those who cry about it the most. So, I don't know what's going to happen. I'll keep my fingers crossed for Trump. If Biden gets in, we'll see what happens. But it'll be bad news for us. It really will, for the Brexiteers. Any Brexiteer who supports Biden, you need to take your head for a check. You need to actually look into it. Stop listening to the mainstream media. Get off Twitter. Look into it yourself. Look at Stephen Crowder. Look at Tim Pool. Look at Anthony Bryan Logan. Look at Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum. People like that. Look into those as well. They will give you a more well-reasoned and sound argument than I probably ever could. But you won't. So we're waiting on tenterhooks to see what happens. We're all worrying, we're all wondering, but we all knew this was going to happen in the end. But like I've said numerous times, if Biden gets in, Brexit may as well just be stopped, and that is what the left want to happen. And I don't know, fed up with the lies. But there you go. We'll see what's happening in the coming weeks. I will talk obviously about British politics, American politics, politics around the world. So yeah. Anyway, that is just my one for today. Thank you all for watching my Remembrance Sunday video earlier, the live stream I did from the memorial. and much love to you all. Thank you for watching. To my Yorkshire Puddings, I appreciate you all very much. Thank you. And yeah, like, comment, share and subscribe. Spread the word, because you know, everybody heard about the word bird. But that was stuck in your head now. Anyway, right, I digress. But yeah, much love. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.